moly.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have some Kemimoto Fender flares we're going to install today. They were nice enough to hook us up with the set to try out on Sherry's machine. If you're following along on the channel, you know that I'm running the OEM Fender flares. Sherry had the Mudbuster Fender flares on the front, but haven't ran any in the back. So we took the Mudbusters off of the front, and we're going to run the Kemimoto in the front and the rear. I'll show you in the box here. This is the rear fender flare. You can see it's already like pre-molded. Has some creases in it where you where it comes up around your fender. Pre-drilled holes. There's the front flare. You can see it'll sit in here like so. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the front on first, and we'll show you how that goes. We're gonna reuse, or no, they sent us hardware right here, and they're Phillips bit, and we're gonna go ahead and use their hardware because it's a little bit longer than the OEM hardware. We're gonna throw this front fender flare on it, and we'll get right into it. Alright guys, we have the hardware. We're going to try to do this with just me and Sherry, with her holding the camera. We'll see how it works out. But she's going to hold the fender here, and I'm going to try to get one started on the bottom. Let's get that started.
There's a couple on the tire there too.
Alright. You have to make sure your tires turn all the way towards the driver side if you're working on the driver's side, and passenger if you're working on the passenger, so you can get in. I'm not going to tighten them down yet. We're just going to get them snug. Now for the top ones, there's a hole here, and there's a hole here, and there's a hole right here. There's already a pre-drilled hole here from before. We're going to put a bolt here, and then you're going to have to drill a hole here and here with the drill bit, which we have right here. So we'll get that set up, and we'll get those holes drilled, and then we'll be right back. Put some bolts in here. We're going to run washers on the top of these ones. And they supply the washers, the bolts, and the nuts for it. And I believe it's 10 millimeter. Go ahead and go through here, tighten these up now. Alright. So that's what you got. Might be a little bit hard to see in here. All these bolts down through here, nice and tight. Give you a quick look at it. Now we'll move on to the back here. There's one Torx right here. You're going to take that out. It's the only one you're going to reuse. And then we're gonna line it up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these self tappers, and we're just gonna hold a couple different ones in a couple different spots, just to hold it. So then we'll go back through and drill out the other holes, and then we'll throw some bolts in it, and then we'll take the self tappers out and drill them out and put bolts in it. So that's what we're gonna do next. Use a few self tappers here to just hold it in place for a couple minutes. Now we're gonna go back with the drill bit here. Hold that. Let me see if I can get them the size of this drill bit. 1/4 inch drill bit. Go back through here. Watch that you don't drill through your tail light wiring up here. Now you can go through, put all your bolts and your washers up through here, and once we get all these in, we'll be right back. Alright, so now that we got, I missed this one, I have to go back through and get that one. Now that we got all of these ones tight, I go back through here, take out these self tappers here that I used to align them with, and we'll go back through and drill them out, put bolts in them, tighten them down, and it's as simple as that. They look nice. We'll get these last couple bolts here tightened down, and then we'll wheel it outside and check it out while it's in the daylight. Alright guys, finished product. Actually, I like the way they look. They're not, they don't stick out and look hideous like some of the fender flares you see. This has like a nice curve to it. It'd be interesting to see how much mud they hold from the windshield. Back ones look like they'll cover. You can see the edge of the tire, so it should pretty much stop everything from coming up through. Get back view here, you can see them. I know we ride a lot of washed out areas and everything, and the fenders, my OEM fenders are just completely destroyed from getting up against banks and stuff. But these actually look like they'll fold up out of the way fairly nice and stop everything. So it'll be interesting to see that. Same with the front ones too. So I'll leave a link down in the description, so you can check them out. I mean, they look like they're gonna work great. They're the material is what you would expect. The hardware is what you'd expect it to be. They're in there pretty good. They're nice and sturdy. I'll keep you guys updated on how they work throughout our videos. You know, we have some rides coming up planned, so we should be able to test them out fairly quickly. So stick around. Hope you guys enjoying the video, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.